Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here, and today the S&P 500 once again recaptured that multi-year trend line, but there's a difference this time. It did a little more than that. We're going to talk about it, but first, here is the flow sentiment. Right now, I have it filtered for 200K premiums or above. If I put it to 500K premiums, it's not as many contracts, but it's overall bullish, 58% for calls, all right, down to 200K. It's a little bit more, but 51% for calls, 49% in the put. So not too bullish, but it's pretty even right now, okay? So here's my Discord. All right, people chatting it up right now, okay? So in the morning, I pretty much use the same strategy that I used yesterday, which I wrote here, bull case scenario. Look for I said look for calls if we can clear that 394 resistant with 396.6. I actually meant to write 396.5 above. Okay. And clearing that, we'll put 398, 400, then 43 to 44 zone in play. Okay. So look for calls. Right. Put it right here. Look for calls if 394 is cleared. Okay. Look for puts if that 392.5 support is lost. Okay. So we look on the 15-minute chart here. Any plan that I put out on the Discord is the very plan that I am looking to do myself, okay? So this pink line right here, I'll change it to white. That white line right there, that's my 394 level. We cleared it. And you can see here, right? It back tested 394 as a support. But here's the tricky part. A lot of noise this morning. Not a very easy morning or day to trade, to be honest with you. But I was looking at that 394 level, and you can see those long wicks dropping below it. Okay, that's what I call market noise, because I'm looking at the 394 level and it's below my support level. Okay, but I use the 15-minute chart, and as you can see, no closes below it. Somebody asked me yesterday, do I wait for an actual close below my support level before I cut my loss? About 80 to 90% of the time, yes, okay? But if there are times where the momentum is just too fast and I'm just not feeling it, I will cut my loss quicker just to be safe. But most of the time, yes, I do wait for an actual close on the 15-minute chart. And here's the reason why. You see how it washed below it, never closed, and then I had to hold through some pain, but it managed to push all the way up to 397.44. I was able to catch about $2.50 to $3 off that move. Okay, so very happy. All right, and then it dropped back down. Look what happened. Closed below 394, back tested it, but the next candle recaptured it. Next candle closed below, next candle recaptured it. Very, very tricky day to trade, even if you're using the 15-minute chart. Okay, sometimes you have to use a bigger time frame. All right, or if you're like me, you don't mind cutting your loss. Okay, but let me tell you, not an easy day to trade. Okay, however, 2 o'clock candle came by. First of all, this 115 candle right here, we recaptured that 394 level. Okay, we had to wait, just like with these previous candles, to close back below it for it to be a false recapture, which is also a false breakout. Okay, now recaptured it. This candle, 2 o'clock candle, around the FOMC minute meeting, a lot of volatility happened. Okay, it initially shot all the way up to 336.5. That's our resistance level. All right, if you're playing level to level, you would look to enter 394. That's where you would have looked to take profits, level to level. However, reject all the way down to 392.5. But let's say you were holding. All right, let's say you were holding. Now you notice how it did not close below it. Now this is easier said than done in hindsight, but you always want to remember, not all the time, but for the most part, you want an actual close below your support level before you actually cut loss. Okay, a lot of times it's just market noise, especially on FOMC times. I usually avoid trading at those times, to be honest with you, just because of this. It makes it harder for me to follow my strategy. But anyways, I only had one trade. Pretty much did this one trade right here. A lot of chopping middle of the day, but after FOMC, it made its mind, went all the way up and cleared that multi-year trend line, including the downtrend line starting back in late April. Okay, we're going to talk about that. All right, so I want to turn your attention to the daily chart. Here's my multi-year trend line that you can see right here, tracing all the way back till January of 2018. Now, you can see my bull flag as well. I'm going to zoom in. Now, we recently had a very strong bounce off that bull flag, okay, right there back on May 24th. All right, Today, the S&P 500 showed some follow through, all right, and clearing that downtrend line and recapturing the multi-year trend line. So you got this white downtrend line April 21st connecting to that, to the May 4th high, all right, down to the May 17th, and today we got a breakout, okay, also recapturing that multi-year trend line, as I've said many times. So far it's bullish, okay. Now, as I said, I am a day trader. I don't trust this market enough to start swing trading because anything can happen, okay. So even though we got this breakout, tomorrow the SPY needs to show follow through, meaning I am only bullish if SPY is above 396.5. Below 396.5, I will be bearish. Okay, that would be once again a false breakout or a false recapture. Okay, because if we look at the weekly chart, remember, still got a couple days left in this week. Now we're looking on the weekly chart. That does look like a recapture so far. All right, but we still got a couple more days left. Because if we close below that level again, that's gonna favor the bears by the end of this week, by Friday. Okay, so we gotta see what happens tomorrow. Watch for the follow through above 396.5. Pretty much the same strategy. I appreciate you guys continuing to watch anyways, but I just try my best to be consistent with you guys. Okay, that's why a lot of times the levels are the same, the strategy is the same, because we're trying to be consistent and disciplined with our trading strategy. Okay, so above 396.5, the breakout holds. That more upside in play. 398, 400, 403 to 44 zone. Okay, below 396.5, we can come back and test that downtrend line from April. Okay, so for tomorrow, the downtrend line support would be around 394.3. Okay, all right. So we watch that level. That's around my 394 level, anyways. If 394 is lost, 392.5, then back down to 386. Okay, below that 385, then 380 381 zone. Okay, guys, please write these levels down. Very important levels, pivot points that I believe that can be useful for you guys. Okay, so remember, keep it simple. Above 396.5, bullish. Below, look for puts. Look to short. All right, guys, here's the VIX. Yeah, VIX still not closing above that 29.7. Look at that all week. And last week, we've been washing above it, but not closing. All right, we continue to end the day just closing below it. So VIX continues to show bearish tendency. A bearish VIX is usually a bullish SPY. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Okay, it's only bullish if VIX can get above 29. That's the 5-day moving average. Then 29.7. That's the 38.2 retracement level. As long as below though 27.5. Then a test of the support of the triangle pattern around 25.86. If that doesn't hold, that is a breakdown. So it must hold, okay? Let's see. Triple Q. All right, so yesterday Triple Q lost the 286.66 level. Okay, that was a very critical level based on the, what was that, 50% retracement level, okay? Starting from the March 2020 high to January high, okay? Yeah, Triple Q recaptured that level, okay? Giving us a false breakdown, all right? Now, it actually yesterday's candle did not close below it, but today, this morning, it opened below it, giving us a recapture intraday actually, okay? So my mistake. The 5-day moving average is at 290. That will be the first support, okay? And post-market is around 290.8, close around 291.2-ish. All right, so watch that 5-day moving average. Triple Q needs to stay above the 5-day moving average. Let's see if it go test that 13-day around 294.5-ish. Then the big critical test around... well, I do have some resistance around 296 to 297 based on the previous demand zone. And then above that is 301 to 301.6 zone based on this downtrend line, okay? So SPY gave us a breakout. Triple Q has not given us a breakout just yet, okay? It is showing some bullish momentum building though, but we'll have to see some follow through. Needs to stay above 290 for more upside. Below 290, we can go back down and test 286.8-ish. All right, 50% retracement level. And I will be a lot more bearish if that level is lost, okay? Dow Jones, look at that blue line, blue trend line, connected many previous highs this past year. And we got the breakout, okay? So as long as we're above 318, I am bullish on the Dow Jones. All right, that's breakout level. All right, there is about 321, 325.5. That's a very critical level. And 330.5. Those are my price targets, okay? I will turn back to bearish if 318 is lost. All right, let me see, what am I missing? All right, so here is Apple. Apple still continue to hold above 138.7 here. It's looking good, okay? Managed to stay above that 5-day moving average as well, which keeps the 13-day moving average in play. That's around 144.4. And if Apple can clear that, 146.5 is in play. That's this blue trend line here that has had many tests in the previous few months. All right, let's see if we can go back and back test that level as a resistant or even recapture. Recapture would be very bullish. Okay, so price targets are 144.4, then 146.5 with support at 139.8. Okay, that level must hold. All right, 138.7 has been tested many times, as you can see, so it's getting weaker now, so it might not hold for much longer. And if we lose that level, I'll be very bearish down to 133.5 minimum. All right, Tesla, very nice alert. Alerted this in the group today. That 644 level was based on the 50% retracement level that I got. Okay, let me see. Yup, 644 base starting from the March 2020 high to the November high, 2021 high. Okay, recaptured it today. We had a breakdown, recaptured it today. One of my favorite trade setup is the false breakdown. Okay, so 644 must continue to hold. All right, as long as above 644, I'm bullish. There is resistance at the 5-day moving average around 667. Needs to clear that. Tesla needs to clear that to put 682.3 in play. And if that's clear, we can head up back to 701, possibly even higher. Okay, I will switch back to bearish and look for puts if 644 fails. All right, guys, let me see. I think I'm missing IWM. IWM right here. Okay, so it went back and tested at 179.2 resistance level. Didn't close above it, but it did close above the 5-day moving average. So 177 is support with 174.2 below that. Okay, 177 fails, not a good sign. Go test 174.2, and if that fails, we can go down, possibly down to new lows with 169 en route. Okay, needs to clear 179.2 for more upside. Okay, 180, and I think I favor we go test 184.5 and 185.5. All right, guys. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found some value in this video and really starting to learn more about what price action trading is really all about. The back test and gold strategy, about support and resistance, technical analysis, false breakdowns, false breakout. If you want to learn more or know more about it, I made some videos down below in the description. Check it out. Some trading concept that I think will be very beneficial for you to be, whether you're a day trader or a swing trader. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you all soon.